Hey everybody, this is a short video about some of my favorite pieces of video game music from different NES games. The Nintendo Entertainment System, which was a very popular console and had a lot of different games, some of them very good, some of them not so good, but a lot of the music was very special. And I've compiled this short list of 10 of the most fascinating pieces, or at least in my opinion fascinating pieces. So leave a comment below and tell me what you think of them. First off is Super Mario Bros. 3, a very popular game, sold about 40 million copies worldwide. This particular piece of music is from the underground segments of the game, and some may recognize it even though they didn't play Super Mario Bros. 3 because it also appears in the first game. Although for the third game they beefed it up with some drums, and I think it sounds very nice. It's actually one of my favorites from the game franchise. This is a short segment from the Overworld theme from The Legend of Zelda, a very popular franchise. The composer for Super Mario Bros., Koji Kondo, also wrote the music for The Legend of Zelda. And I think it's a very recognizable tune and very melodic, so that's why it's included here, even though I don't think it's some of the best music ever written for a video game. Kid Icarus, yet another Nintendo franchise. I promise you not the whole list is going to be made of these. I just included this because I think it's yet another example of how many Nintendo developed games have very impressive music, and actually it's some of my favorite music of all NES games. Although the game, I never played it that much, but I love the first level, but even more so I like the title theme music, which is what is playing right now. It has very melodic character, and it's actually a pretty complicated piece of music when you listen to all the different kind of melodies that and harmonies that play together. And of course the Mega Man franchise. No self-respecting video game music list should be without it. It's known for its rock hard difficulty, and of course its phenomenal video game music. There are just so many classics here, so I've decided just to include a few, but this one is one of my favorites, and if you are interested in video game music, you should definitely check out the Mega Man franchise, because there are really a lot of good pieces to work with here. So this is from Mega Man 4, the Drill Man stage, but as I said, there are a lot of good pieces, so don't miss out on it. Be sure to check it out if you're interested in video game music. Battletoads was one of the most difficult games I ever played on the NES. It's so hard, I actually never were able to complete it. But this level is one of the more early ones, and it included this segment where you ride this air scooter and have to avoid all these obstacles, ledges and walls and large pits. And I think the music just complements that kind of level structure very nicely. It's very up pace, and it just makes you feel that you're going really fast in addition to the graphics. So it's a nice example of how music and graphics can play together and together create some kind of sensation. In this case, it's the sensation of, you know, insane speed. And Battletoads in general is also a game with a very nice soundtrack, but unless you like tormenting yourself with extreme difficulty, you should maybe try and play some of the other games on this list first. This is a classic piece of video game music. Most people will recognize it as, you know, the passage from where you jog during Mike Tyson's Punch-Out just after you beat the champions of the minor and the major league, and I think it's very, very atmospheric, and it reminds me of the Rocky movies actually. It's a very nice piece of music, although it's very short. One of the last games to appear on the NES, Kirby's Adventure, was also one of the best, and it really pushed the NES's capabilities both for graphics and for music, but unfortunately not a lot of people got to hear these classic tunes because it got caught in the transition between NES and Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The only franchise appearing twice on this list, Mega Man, the Mega Man franchise, was just chock full of well-written music, and it had a lot of catchy tunes, so I guess most people think, and most gamers would agree with me, that Mega Man is the franchise that has the most recognizable and incredible music on the NES, and I guess they had some amazing composers, because in all of the games there are incredible music, but particularly this game, Mega Man 2, has some very, very nice music, and this particular tune is from the first Wily stage. So if you would like to check out more video game music, you should try searching for Mega Man 2, because it really is chock full of incredible tunes. This game is actually an arcade port. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. One of the games with the longest title in the entire NES library. The game is pretty hard, and usually it's best to play 2 players because there's just so much action going on, as you can see in these images. The game featured both enemies from the TV series, and the music was also very much inspired by the TV series music and the theme music of the TV series. But I think the music for the game is still pretty original and actually very catchy in some of the levels. This is my favorite, and this is the Technodrome stage, one of the last stages in the game. The last game to make it onto the list is DuckTales, one of my favorite games, not just regarding the music but also gameplay. I think the music in this particular level, which is the moon level, is just absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favorite video game music pieces of all time. And it's actually not a very well-known game, but as far as I know, there's actually quite a following, especially regarding the music, and it's definitely worth checking out if you have an emulator, because it's a fantastic game, and as I said, the music is just absolutely splendid. So, but that concludes this list, and I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment below. Maybe you have some other games that you think have even better music than this list, and of course feel free to give an example of your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, see you next time.